Thank you, guys. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, parents, teachers, family, friends, in the class of 2021. Guys, we made it. First, on behalf of the students, I would like to thank all of those who have been part of our journeys. Your love, support, and dedication to our success has provided us with the utmost ability to thrive as we enter this next chapter of our lives. We would not be who we are without you, so thank you. Thank you for believing in us, for your sacrifices, and most of all, for putting up with us when we get in those teenage moods. You guys know what I mean. Also, NCS, we've had our ups and downs, but I know every student in this room is grateful for the education and environment the school has given us. We now have a firm foundational belief system that will help guide us as we move forward in our lives. So thank you. I'd like to start this speech off with a question. A pivotal question that I know all of us have faced at some point. What is failure? I know most of us in this room has said the infamous saying many times, I failed. I failed that test. I failed the team. Or sometimes parents, you might say it to your kids, you failed at cleaning your room. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to call you out. Okay, yes I did. But what does failure actually mean? For those that don't know me, I've been doing gymnastics since I was 5 years old. I'm 18 now, so you can do the math. And if not, well then math teachers, I'm sorry, but you failed. But if you've ever been to a gymnastics facility before, you would know that every square inch of the gym is completely covered in mats to protect the gymnast from falling. This means that in gymnastics, you are literally expected to fall. Now, you might be thinking, Jojo, why are you talking about the inside of a gym for your graduation speech? Well, growing up and practically spending half of my life in the gym has taught me one of my most valuable life lessons of what failure actually is. Failure is not about the thousands of falls you take, the bad grade you got on that one test, the negative feedback you received that you didn't appreciate, or even the relationship that seems to be crumbling right in front of you. Failure only occurs when you give up. It's when you don't take that opportunity because of the fear of missing the mark, or going all in for that one goal you had because you didn't really feel like it. Theodore Roosevelt once put it, courage is not having the strength to go on. It is going on when you don't have the strength. So, as we reflect on these last 4 years, class of 2021, let us not forget those times where we felt as if we had nothing left, because those are the times where we learned that a tenacious attitude is always worth it in the end. I'd like to share a story that completely altered my viewpoint on the subject. There was a girl named Lindsay Beckin who, at the age of 11, was diagnosed with a terminal bone cancer called Ewing's sarcoma. One day, a journalist came up to her and asked, "Do you understand your prognosis?" She responded, "Yes. The doctors do not think I have longer than a year left to live." So then, confused, the journalist questioned her, "So then, if I may, why do you always wear a hat that says life is good?" Without hesitation, Lindsay responded, "Because before my condition, I took my days for granted, but now I'm going to make sure every day counts." So, reflecting back to the original question I asked at the beginning, what is failure? As we go out on all of our various paths in life, class of 2021, let us remember to persevere with optimism and never give up. I'd like to leave you all with one of my favorite verses that has helped me tremendously these past 4 years. Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. I put this in my own words as, I can endure all things through him who strengthens me. Even through the hills, even through the valleys, God is always there, longing for a relationship with us. So in all that you do, give him all the praise and all the glory because he deserves it. Class of 2021, we will succeed. Thank you.